the path towards independent India. Civil Disobedience Movement. In 1929, England sent a commission under Sir John Simon to review British governance over India as per the Act of Reforms 1919, that is, the Montague-Chelmsford Reforms. The commission was to review the share granted to the Indians to rule themselves. As Indians were not part of the commission, it was boycotted by all Indian leaders. The commission was welcomed in India with black flags and slogans of "Simon, go back." Lala Lajpat Rai led a similar demonstration in Lahore. He was badly hurt in the police lathi charge and later succumbed to his injuries. On 26th January 1930, the Indian National Congress announced Poorn Swaraj, the first ever declaration of independence. The British enacted the Salt Law, which prohibited Indians from making salt. On 12th March 1930, Gandhiji inaugurated the Civil Disobedience Movement with the historic Dandi March. The march started from Sabarmati Ashram and covered a distance of 385 kilometers to Dandi along the sea coast. At Dandi, Gandhiji and his followers made salt and thus broke the Salt Law. C. Rajagopalachari conducted a similar march in Tamil Nadu. This was also called the Salt Satyagraha. The term Satyagraha symbolizes force born from truth and love. Women, peasants, as well as Adivasis and Dalits took part in the civil disobedience movement. The Cripps Commission and the Quit India movement. When the Second World War broke out in 1939, the British declared that India would participate from the side of the English forces. This strongly infuriated the Indians, who decided not to join the war till India achieved complete independence. As a means to negotiate further, a mission led by Sir Stanford Cripps was sent to India. The Cripps mission was unsuccessful. All leaders tried to negotiate for India's independence, but were unable to make any breakthrough. On 8th August 1942, the Congress passed the Quit India Resolution under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. The Quit India movement marked the beginning of the final fight for an independent nation. The British government decided to crush the movement by arresting all the prominent leaders before the morning of 9th August 1942. This infuriated the whole nation, which rose to declare the Quit India or Chale Jao slogan that the British government could not ignore. Freedom at last. The British won the Second World War but incurred heavy losses. Furthermore, the agitation on Indian soil and the attack by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's Indian National Army weakened the foundation of British rule in India. All these reasons made the British feel that granting complete freedom to the Indians was the only option. On 18th July 1947, the British Parliament passed the Indian Independence Act, which partitioned India into two independent nations, namely India and Pakistan. At midnight on 15th August 1947, the British lowered the Union Jack and the Indian tricolour was unfurled. Lord Mountbatten was the last Viceroy of British India, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first President of independent India, with Jawaharlal Nehru as its first Prime Minister.